Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our Spring String Fling concert. This is all the students in grades 5 to 12 that play the string instrument. It's mostly teaching our elementary students, and then we have some songs by our middle school orchestra and the high school orchestra as well, all under the wonderful tutelage of Mr. Greg Tarbox. My name is Gwen Chapman. I'm the Director of Fine Performing Arts, and we're so glad that you could join us this evening. I want to thank Emily from the local scene for being here, for taking the concert. She's going to come all 3 nights. Tomorrow night we have our Bryanville Chorus and our Bryanville and Hobblebach combined bands. And Wednesday night we have North Pembroke Chorus and the North Pembroke bands. And then next Monday evening, over at the middle school we have our tailgate concert. That's going to be the last in our spring concert series. And it's Mr. Tom Hovey's last concert here as a Pembroke teacher. So he is retiring. So if you're able to join us at 6:30, we're going to have a wonderful celebration over at the middle school, in front of the school. So another thanks just to our administrators for all the support that they give to our program and all the help that we receive. And thank you, caregivers. Thank you for having your child involved in the string program. It's really wonderful. Thanks for transporting string basses and cellos and buying rosin and strings and all of those wonderful things that go into being a string player. As a violist myself, it's near and dear to my heart, this program. So without further ado, I am thrilled to turn things over to Mr. Tarbox. Thank you so much.
This year's almost over. And we're going to be starting off with our 5th grade orchestra, and they have come quite a long way. We're working on developing our musical skills, on note reading, and what you're going to hear from our 5th grade orchestra, accompanied by our high school friends, are we're going to play 4 pieces, and they all use different rhythms. You know, we're working on reading more complicated rhythms, and we're mixing 8th notes with quarter notes and rests, and they're doing a great job of decoding these different rhythms and performing them. So our first piece is Pepperoni Pizza. These pieces also use more notes than we had in the beginning of the year, where we're playing most of them are comprised on a D major scale. This piece we just played, the 8th notes were on beats 1 and 2 of a 4/4 time signature. Let's see if you can figure out which beat the 8th notes or beats the 8th notes are on in this piece, which is called D major scale. And our next piece, not only will we demonstrate our facility in playing eighth notes, we'll also use two different types of articulation. We're going to play a old French folk song, and the first time we will play pizzicato, plucking the string with our finger, and then the second time we will play arco, which means to play with the bow. So here's Au clair de la lune. And for our final selection for the fifth grade, we're going to play a song that was specifically written in the method book by Michael Allen and company. This uses a couple of, it mixes the eighth note rhythm. So, you know, these other songs, the rhythms have been pretty consistent, but this one mixes them up. It's also has two lines of music, so you have to get your eye to go from the end of one line to the beginning of the next, which is a skill that's important in reading music. And this one is called Buckeye Salute. And I echo Mrs. Chapman's sentiment. You know, thank you for all you do to help your students master some of the most difficult instruments in the whole instrument family. String instruments are not easy, but these folks, young people, are working very hard, and with your support. So I hope that they continue on in their journey, playing these strings, practice over the summer, 2-3 times a week, 6-7 times a month, I don't know. But please, encourage them, you keep the instruments over the summer, you keep paying the rental, and you are renting to own. So, don't let the case, collect too much dust over the summer, and make sure it gets, you can just, like Tuesday and Friday or something like that, just so that they don't forget, how much fun it is to play the string instruments. Okay, so I hope you enjoy Buckeye Salute. At this point, most of our fifth grade orchestra is going to exit and take a seat over here while we feature the sixth grade orchestra. Cellos can leave your instruments over on the wing there. So we'll just take about a minute. So fifth grade, except for Sophie and Ben, are going to stay up because they're going to play one of the sixth grade songs with us. They can work an extra hard. So, but the rest of the fifth grade is going to come on down and yeah, take your music with you. Yeah. Yes, please take your music with you. You're going to need those books to practice over the summer. So Sophie, move up. Sophie, move up to. Take 1 minute. Your sixth grade is in place. High school, can you move up, please? This first piece that we're going to play, Fall River Road, first of all, it's in 3/4 time, which is not as common as the 4/4 time songs that we play so many of. So it has a different feel. You have to count it a little different way. This is a real piece of orchestra music where everyone's not playing the same thing at the same time. Quite to the contrary, the first violins and second violins are playing completely different rhythms, while the viola does latch on with the second violins, and then the cello and bass play their own thing. So there's quite a bit going on. You can't just rely on the whole group playing the same music. So this is Fall River Road, and we're going to start now. To me, that's the best advertisement of why you want to stay doing this. Just in that one extra year, we just delved into so much more musicality and playing really lush pieces. So I hope you all stick it out so you can be playing the cool stuff next year. Final piece for 6th grade orchestra with also Ben and Sophie joining us from the 5th grade is called Fiesta Time. Okay, that was some more fun. The other thing we're getting involved in, I don't know if I mentioned before, dynamics, loud and soft. Hopefully you were able to hear that. Now, for some reason, the clocks at Bryantville seem to run a lot slower than the rest of the district. Either that or my Bryantville students work really, really hard because we always would have extra time at the end of the lesson. So we are going to play a piece with the Bryantville sixth graders, accompanied by our high school friends, because they pretty much mastered the concert music. This is an Irish jig, and it's called the Swallowtail Jig. Oh, so much fun. Right now we're going to bring up our middle school players. And we'll have a couple of pieces with the middle school. Again, see what practice, you know, if you practice, you can really have some fun and play some great music. Just have a real good time playing all different styles.
Our first middle school piece this evening is titled A Spring Showcase, arranged by Karen Weigand-Niehold. This piece is a medley of well-known pieces by very famous composers such as Tchaikovsky, Brahms, Rossini, and Dvorak. Each instrument of the orchestra gets a feature in one of the songs, so be sure to listen for each of them. We hope you enjoy this arrangement as much as we enjoy playing it. portion of the concert is titled Music from Pirates of the Caribbean with original music by Claus Bedeck and the Rainbow Liners. This arrangement contains many famous songs from the Disney movie Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Through the calm beginning to the driving end, this medley is a great way to end the middle school portion of the concert.
not bad for 28-minute rehearsals on catch-as-catch-can basis. So I thank you so much to my middle school. They're going to take their seats And the high school is going to move up into their seating sections for the last portion of our program. And again, you want to stick this out because they have so much fun playing great music in middle school. So please, please, please stay with those instruments, practice, and step up to the next step in middle school and then high school. Who knows what happens after that?
Moving on to the high school portion of tonight's concert, we would like to open with Robert Longfield's famous arrangement titled La La Land. The Academy Award-winning film La La Land pays tribute to the golden age of movie musicals while telling a modern story of dreams, ambition, and love in Los Angeles. Featuring music by Justin Hurwitz, the soundtrack blends jazz influences with memorable contemporary melodies. And thank you to Molly King for writing the short films.
All of the programs, all we can thank you. So and people love playing in orchestra so much that even when they graduate high school, they come back. Colin Kerrigan just graduated Saturday. And here he's back. Colin Scarcelli just couldn't stay away, graduated Saturday. Thank you, Colin. And thank you, Colin. Did I miss anybody? So even after you graduate high school, you can still keep playing music.
sorry. Before we end the concert, we would like to say a few words on behalf of all the high school orchestra. For those who don't know, Mr. Tarbox is going to be working full-time at the middle school after this year, as this is our last concert with him as our teacher. We want to start off by saying our thanks to him for teaching us all everything we need to know about our instruments, always having a smile on his face, greeting us each in a different way each time he sees us, making jokes, laughing at his own jokes, making us all do warm-ups for half the class, and most importantly, being such an incredible teacher. He has made orchestra feel like a family, and there's never a dull moment. This is the class you couldn't wait to go to after all of the boring classes, although most classes have a hard time competing with orchestra when it comes to entertainment, because as said, there is never a dull moment. Every Friday, we would beg for trips to the Coffee Bean, even if we had a concert coming up, and most of the time, he would say yes. He would tell us to be quick once we got there, but would always be the last person to come out. He makes sure that we sound decent and pushes us to the best of our abilities, even if that means stopping and repeating the same key measures 2 million times.
Over the past 6 years, Mr. Tarbox has been our relentless, funny, supportive orchestra teacher. Mr. Tarbox is probably the most dedicated man I know, and for all of you that do know him, you would agree. He has kept pushing me to play the viola, and while I was hesitant at first, I was glad he motivated me to stick with it. Even in 2020, when schools were shut down and classes were online, he still found a way. Every Monday morning at 8, we would hop on a Zoom call and practice basics before elementary school classes started. I look at almost 6 years ago and see how I was 11, debating if I would stay with it or not, and now, being 17 and about to be a senior with the same teacher in viola. Even after the pandemic, Mr. Tarbox would venture to the middle school every day and teach us the limited number of students, only 5 of us. He sacrificed his time and resources to help us stick with the program. It's truly amazing to see how the orchestra has grown once more, all thanks to Mr. Tarbox. To end things here, we just want to thank Mr. Tarbox for putting up with all of us for so long. Whether it was the orchestra lunches, or the Coffee Bean Fridays, or the Tight End Time rehearsals, he was a huge part of our experience and the reason that my classmates and I are all so close. We wish him luck in middle school, he'll need it, and truly wish him the best.
Mr. Tarbox does. He still runs Piano Lab, women's and mostly men's choir, which everyone should join, and he also runs the orchestra in all the schools, and even co-runs jazz band and marching band with Mr. Glass. So on behalf of Colin Kerrigan, Will Grazioso, Colin Scarcelli, Ella Hanna, Ananya Avashi, Lily Malo, Sean O'Malley, Molly King, Joey Ballantyne, Declan Long, Kaylee Blakeman, Violet Carson, Max Bunker, Ben Meehan, and myself, we will miss you so much, and thank you for all you have done, and you will always have a special place in our hearts. And to kick it out for the last song that the high school will be playing, we will be playing Tico Tico. Robert's long-keeled arrangement includes several of the film's most recognizable. That is not the one. Tico Tico. Our final piece of the night is an arrangement titled Tico Tico by James Kozik, originally composed by Brazilian musician Zequinha de Abreu in 1917. Tico Tico no Fuba is one of the most famous works of Latin American music. The title refers to a small bird called the Tico Tico, whose energetic movements are reflected in the piece's rapid melodies and lively rhythms. James Kozik's arrangement preserves the excitement and virtuosity of the original while adapting it for orchestra. Audiences around the world enjoy Tico Tico for its infectious energy, dazzling technical passages, and vibrant Brazilian character. We thank you all for attending our Spring String Fling concert tonight, and for your continued support of the string program in the Pembroke Public Schools.
Lucky for you, I already put your grades in, just saying. It's been one of the greatest joys of my life to have directed this orchestra for the past 12 years. I'm very much looking forward to moving on to the middle school and trying to encourage all of our groups down there to have fun with music and to continue making on up to the high school, making it my mission that we get, bigger and better numbers coming out of middle school. I hope that all of you, sorry fifth graders, I didn't tell you about this yet. Well, I'm sure we're going to have a wonderful teacher next year for you. I'll be seeing you at All String Night. And I encourage you to keep on playing. Sixth graders, I'll see you at the middle school next year. We're very excited about that opportunity. My roots actually were originally in band back in the 60s, playing the clarinet. And so I'm very much looking forward to getting back to the band and my big love of orchestra. We'll be able to meet every day. Now it'll be part of the day instead of that tight time, short rehearsal situation that we have. So we're very much looking forward to all of the opportunities of making great music at the middle school and continue to encourage everyone to continue with their music and just have fun with it and learn how to express themselves through their music. This music is unbelievable. So again, it's my deep pleasure to direct this orchestra and to teach all of you. I really kind of liked having that whole 6 to 12 thing. I wish I could do it all. Doing grade 5 to 12, I loved having every string player being a student. But hopefully this will be a good change. And it'd be great to have other teachers in here having their input, so you're not just listening to what I have to say. So very much looking forward to the future of, and again, I'll see you all on String Night next year, because we'll all be collaborating. And I thank you for being just unbelievably wonderful students and musicians. Thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight for our Spring String Fling. My 5th and 6th grade friends, please, I'll see you for lessons, except for North, you have field day. There are 2 lessons left still. We're going to still make great music and have fun. And middle school, we've got some rehearsals this week too. So again, I thank you all. I thank you all for being wonderful students. And we'll see you at the next concert. Oh, you guys, parents can meet the students back by the band room here, where they drop their faces in. Thank you again so much, Father.